Hey everybody, my name is Philip Shepard and I'm a local real estate agent here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're going to be talking about how to actually get some Bitcoin and a bike by just moving to Northwest Arkansas. So let's talk about that. So there might have been some articles going around that you've seen about Northwest Arkansas and how they're offering Bitcoin and a bike for you to actually move to Northwest Arkansas. Now let's talk a little bit about that and then we'll jump into the reasons why they're doing that. So if you want to move to Northwest Arkansas, there's a link below and you can actually apply for the grant essentially. And what they're trying to do is to try to bring more and more tech startups, more and more technology and more tech people to the area. There's a lot of new startups that are focused around blockchain technology around the NWA area. And on top of that, you might have noticed this, but Walmart just entered the Metaverse as well. So Walmart, which is one of the biggest corporations in the world, and also its HQ is located right here in Northwest Arkansas. What they're starting to do is work on the metaverse, work on blockchain, work on cryptocurrency, and they've started to enter that field like literally they made a press release a couple days back. So this makes perfect sense why NWA is incentivizing people with Bitcoin and other sort of blockchain technologies to come to NWA, work here, do your startups here, and then come here. Even if you want to work remotely, that is totally fine if you just want to move out of where you're from to actually NWA. There's a link below if you want to apply, highly recommend it, and just start experimenting and starting to see what NWA is all about and the life here. So let's ask the more interesting question of it all, and the fact is, why? Why would NWA want to incentivize people with Bitcoin, bikes, and even our $10,000 cash? So the blockchain Bitcoin is a little bit more obvious in the fact that NWA, which is the first city and area to actually incentivize people in America with Bitcoin to come here and move here, relocate here and do life here. They're the first area to do that. But the whole thing about NWA in general is the fact that they're really innovative. They're always trying to find new ways to bring new talent to the area because we have so many job openings, so many startups, and so many people moving here. They just want to be ahead of the curve. Now, one of the things that you're probably thinking about is like San Francisco, Austin, Boise, Idaho. All these places are kind of known for either being obviously a tech startup, LA of course as well, but being tech startups. Boise's getting really popular when it comes to technology, Boulder, Colorado, Austin, obviously. So what NWA is doing is trying to incentivize and showing people, hey, there's a lot going on in Northwest Arkansas, and come here, check it out, bring your startup here, and we can do business together. And so that's the second thing that is kind of a tail end to this whole incentivizing thing, is the fact that we need to see this area and competing areas as a business, not necessarily as like a non-for-profit or just a city. So the one thing that we kind of forget about is that every area is competing for resources. Resources of talent, resources of money, resources of projects, resources of companies, even just the physical resources of rock, ground, oil, all sorts of different things, water. These are all different uses and resources that cities can use to compete against each other to actually try to bring in the best talent and have the best environment, have the best place to live, work, and play. So using Bitcoin and a bike as an incentivizer to come here just once again showcases that NWA is highly innovative, thinking outside the box and trying to make sure that people understand that if you want to go in a place where there's high-tech startups, amazing jobs, a great place to live, a great place to play, either indoors or outdoors, NWA is where it's at. And so just them doing that shows them that they're completely in step, lock in with the competition of other cities around America. And honestly, they're ahead of the curve. And so you're probably thinking, besides the Bitcoin, besides the biking, what other incentives does NWA offer that would want to have me come across America and come work here? And that's where NWA is very, very forward thinking, is the fact that they've been building out these biking paths, running paths, hiking paths for over 10 years or way longer. And so there's 300 miles of biking paths all across NWA. It's called the biking capital of the world for a reason. It's because if you want to do mountain biking, if you want to do running, if you want to do camping, hiking, fishing, swimming, NWA is where it's at because the whole area has been building out for years and years and years and years. And it's not until recently that people are discovering it. So that's why it's really fascinating when mayors, city councils, non-for-profits start building these things out 10 years ahead of time, knowing the fact that eventually people will come and discover NWA. Because you invest into this for like a long-term game, but it takes so much energy in the first part and money in the first part, knowing that that will eventually come later. That reminds me, I have a 3-day itinerary. So if you're looking to come down to NWA and find the best things to do down here when you're down here for like vacationing or checking it out, there's a link below where you can download them. I have one for the foodie, for the sightseer, for the biker, for the adventurer, for the sports person, even for kids. So if you're coming down here and you're any of those things, make sure to click that link below. Just download them. They're free for you to use. And when you are down here, make sure to give me a call. We can look at some homes, check out some places to look at, and I can even give you the $10 tour when you come down here. So another incentive that NWA has that a lot of places don't have when it comes to moving here is the fact that it's a massive tech startup, a massive startup community. I'm going to leave some links below, but there are so many opportunities for you to move your business from wherever you're located down to NWA. There's tech startups, there's grants, there's funds. There's so many people that are bringing their businesses down here that want more tech startups down here. And there's already so many as it is. Fayetteville has a huge tech startup community. Bentonville, huge tech startup community, because they keep saying, come to Bentonville, come to NWA. We'll make sure that your business is successful here. We have the resources, we have everything you need to do your startups here. And so they're very, very innovative when it comes to tech, blockchain, Bitcoin, all these new Web3 technologies that are just starting out. NWA is investing heavy into them because they know that that's going to be just a huge advantage for them in the future. And lastly, one of the big incentives that NWA has over other places is that it's a huge community for art and culture. Now, years ago, about 10 years ago, you can start seeing the trend here. NWA started investing into these big projects, the biking community, the exercise community, the outdoor community. And the other thing that they invested heavily into is art and culture. So 10 years ago, they built the Crystal Bridges Museum. It's a museum that you can go to see amazing pieces of artwork, culture, and everything that goes on in that world. You can go there for free. No entry charge, just go there and check out everything that is happening. Another really cool thing is that one of the original copies of the Constitution is coming to NWA to be previewed. And that's really awesome because there's only a few original copies available in America. And the fact that it's coming to Crystal Bridges is just unheard of. So within just the art and culture realm of NWA, you have Crystal Bridges, you have the Momentary, you have Theater Squared where they actually bring in Broadway theatrics and musicals right into NWA. You also have the Walton Art Center. You have the Symphony of Northwest Arkansas, which I've seen several performances, top tier for sure. And beyond the orchestra, you have the symphony, you have the jazz society, you have the ballet theater. There are so many things that are going on with arts and culture here that it's impossible to go anywhere and not see something when it comes to those couple things. There's murals all over the place between Bentonville and Fayetteville and all the surrounding towns. And on top of that, they're always looking for new artists to come in and put new amazing paintings and murals all across the area. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Really appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you're looking to move down here or come down here, make sure to give me a call. I'm more than happy to jump onto a Zoom call or a phone call, and you can ask all the questions you want about Northwest Arkansas, because I did the same exact thing that you did. I moved here from Chicagoland area, and I moved down here just to see how amazing and awesome it really is down here. And when you do come down here to check it out, we'll make sure to look at some houses and see obviously how far your dollar can go compared to where you're coming from. And I do promise you it'll go pretty far. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.